welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very exciting haul, but also sale announcement because it is officially Boxing Day sale time for fragrances. And you guys know I had to collaborate with Fragrance Buy because I love them so much and I buy from them all the time. And they have got a sale for Boxing Day going on already. So it started December 24th at 8 p.m. and it's going to run until December 27th at midnight Eastern Standard Time. And I will put the two different codes that are available for this sale this time round, because the first one is if you want 10% off and the second one is like a buy one get one 25% off. And there's different codes and details for both of them. They've restocked on a bunch of fragrances. There are the Doorcrashers as always, and you can just decide which code kind of works better for you and what your haul is going to be. So I'm very, very excited to get through these because I have 5 fragrances, another item, and a whole lot of goodies to talk through with you guys. And I've just been waiting to be able to film this. So without any further ado, if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. All that good stuff and more, including the coupon codes, are in the description box below. So don't forget to check that out and check them out to see if you want some end of the year fragrance goodies. So we're going to start with a sample because sometimes in your Fragrance Buy orders, you do get a sample. And I was really happy with my sample this time around because it's a Parfum de Marly and it's Meliora, which I don't think I've ever tried before, but I'd heard, and I've tried this before filming the video because I always try my samples. So I'm just going to respray it here where I'd sprayed it before. But I'd always heard back when I first started my channel that this smelled like another fragrance, and I can now report that is very true. So Meliora has blackcurrant, red berries, cassis, rose, lily of the valley, ylang ylang, musk, and vanilla. And I'd forgotten that I'd even remembered that it was supposed to smell like something, but immediately as I smelled it, like so quick I couldn't even begin to tell you. I was like, oh, this is Amethyst by Lalique. Like, it's uncanny. And I have to pull out my Amethyst because I do have a full bottle of that. And I do actually really like that scent. Especially like when it was at its prime, like YouTube moment. That's when I got mine. It's just immediately when I smelled it, I was like blown away. And I feel like Amethyst came out after this. So, makes sense. It's kind of an inexpensive dupe of this, but it's uncanny. Like, I need to compare them and I can come back to you guys on Instagram or in a video and let you guys know as well. But just blind, even blind smelling, uncanny how similar they are. So to the point where honestly, I wouldn't say you need both. Like, I will not buy Meliora because I still have a almost full bottle of Amethyst. It does have a small dent in it, but yeah, I like it. I never thought I would. It's like black currant, cassis, like red currant, viney fragrance. It almost has like a tinge of greenness to it, but not a typical green scent mixed in with the berries. It's very like as if you're smelling the vines and the berries themselves. It's got like a slight, when it has a dry down, because I've let this dry down and now I've resprayed it, it does get a little bit softer and a little bit more like a soft vanilla in its base. But overall, I mean, I love the scent. I really do. It's one of those surprising ones where I never thought I would. So I do like Meliora and I would recommend it. But if you want to get a cheaper alternative, Amethyst by Lalique is a great match, in my opinion. Then we are going to move on to the others. So there are many scent, and I think the other 3 are all blind buys. So I'm going to start with the one that actually isn't a blind buy, and that is R.E.M. Ariana Grande. And this is the full 100 ml. I got a tester bottle. I love that Fragrance Buy has tester bottle and tester bottle options because they're even more inexpensive on top of like the Fragrance Buy prices to get a tester, obviously. You don't get the fancy box. Sometimes you don't get a cap, but they'll specify, but it really is just up to you and your comfort level. I even get testers without caps because I really don't mind, especially if it's a really good deal. But this is a fragrance I've been putting off for ages because it never goes on sale at Shoppers, and I was like, where am I gonna get it? And this is the perfect time. If there are fragrances that you've been putting off and you haven't really seen on sale and you see them on Fragrance Buy, I would recommend. So this one doesn't have a cap, but it does have the classic base to it. So love that. It actually is stuck in here, which I used to think they would come out. Maybe it's just because it's a tester. I don't know. I remember, I haven't smelled this in a while, but I've definitely smelled it before. I remember saying on this channel that I tried it in store and was like, oh, it smells like Sprite. It smells so much like Sprite. So I'm curious to see if it still does. This list, Zephyr, caramel, salt, fig, quince, lavender, pear blossom, tonka, musk, and sandalwood. So let's see. Yeah, okay. Beyond just like a Sprite scent, like a 7-Up Sprite scent that I definitely get, there is a sort of like fig creaminess to this. It doesn't smell like your quintessential fig scent, but it's got like a creamy sort of fig, fruity, but sparkling nature to it. It does list salt in the notes, and you guys know, if you know me, I love salt as a note, but it doesn't get too salty at the same time. I just really, really like Ariana Grande fragrances ever since Cloud. Like ever since Cloud, everything she's released, I think, is a banger, and you gotta give credit where it's due. For a celebrity fragrance, they're really killing it. And I do like this now more than I did when I first smelled it. In store, it smelled maybe much more like Sprite, and I couldn't really see myself wearing this. Right now, as I'm smelling it, it doesn't smell as like effervescent as it once did, and it's a lot creamier. I like it. I'm really, really happy to have this. And again, on a good deal, keep your eyes out. Obviously, I did really try and find like the middle ground between getting fragrances that I knew I liked or I knew I was interested in and wanted to get an extra deal on them. And that's usually what I do with Fragrance Buy sales, is like, I'll keep an eye out to see if there's ones where I've always wanted and never can hurt to get like an extra amount, or I'll get like adventurous and try things like totally blind. So anyways, that was R.E.M by Ariana Grande. Oh, the next one is another tester bottle. Again, I believe it was a without a cap. So this is Moschino's Toy 2 Bubblegum. I have the original Toy 2, which smells very much like Blanche by Byredo, but I've always been super curious about this one, and I've never picked it up because I love a bubblegum scent. I adore bubblegum scents, in fact. And this is the large bottle. I think this is the 100 ml that they have, right? Yeah. This is the 100 ml. So again, you can always see sometimes fragrances on their website will have like a tester bottle and a normal bottle for sale for the same fragrance. So you can just take a pick of seeing which one kind of works for you. But I'm really excited to try this. This is total blind. The next three are totally blind. I've never smelled them, and I've wanted to. So this one lists candied fruits, rose, blueberry, peach, peach blossom, cinnamon, ginger, musk, ambroxan, and cedar. So this is what it looks like. It looks like the same as the Toy 2 bottle. Obviously, I don't have the cap, but it just has the kind of teddy bear cap, but obviously this is like a bubblegum pink. So let's see. This could go very easily wrong if it's like smells stale, but I hope it smells good to me. Oh my God. This is everything I wanted it to be. I'm blown away. Okay. So this smells like true bubblegum from my childhood. Like just the most sweet, almost chalky bubblegum where it has like that candied coating. It's everything. It's everything I'd want it to be. If you've ever also had bubblegum flavored candy when you were young, I was also a fan of that. This smells like, or bubblegum flavored, sorry, medicine, not candy, obviously candy, but bubblegum flavored medicine. It has like a touch of that as well. I'm not sure if all of you have obviously tried that, but one of the reasons I like banana flavor or banana scents is because of that banana flavored medicine that we had when we were young. This smells like the bubblegum version. It's super sweet. I will say I was always curious about, or ever since I looked at the notes, I was curious about the cinnamon and how that would play. It's not a strong cinnamon, but I can actually smell it now that I've read it in the notes. And I'm like smelling for it. There is a touch of it there. And I actually think it adds to the like authentic bubblegum scent to it, but it doesn't smell like cinnamon gum. I want to make that clear. It definitely smells like bubblegum. It definitely smells like candied, like fruit, rose, sickly sweet, double bubble type bubblegum, but that cinnamon is just, it's like the smallest drop, and I feel like it really adds to it. Moschino knocked it out of the park. I'm blown away. It does smell young, it does smell youthful, but like this obviously isn't a mature like business meeting type scent, but I wouldn't imagine you're going for this thinking that it's going to be that anyway. So if you like sweet scents, obviously that is above and beyond what you're gonna need to be into this. But if you like sweet scents and you've really been wanting a bubblegum, like a true bubblegum scent, I mean, obviously this is a first impression and we'll see in terms of performance, but this is a first impression love. Like I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that. I'm in love. Like I'm absolutely in love with this. So this is Toy 2 Bubblegum by Moschino, and I couldn't recommend it enough. Okay, so we've got two more. I've decided I'm gonna leave the one I'm most nervous for and most anticipating for last, as always, to kind of build it up. But in general, I am nervous about these next two because one's like very much out of my comfort zone and one I've been waiting for a very long time. So the first one's out of my comfort zone, but I've always been curious about it. And the last time I went to go try it in person, it was like the sample was empty. So this is Vetyveiro by Diptyque. I love Diptyque. I think they have incredible fragrances. And I feel like in general, if you like, they're a house you either like or you don't, because a lot of their fragrances, I wouldn't say they smell the same, but I can always pick out a Diptyque scent more or less. And they're a really, really beautiful niche house. But I only own one fragrance from them, and I've tried so many, but I only actually own one. And this is one I've always been curious about because it's very much out of my comfort zone. And the last time I was trying Diptyque scents in person, this, like the tester bottle was empty for this, so I didn't get to try it. So this might be a blind buy fail, I will say, but I am really excited to have it. So this lists grapefruit, Amalfi lemon, bergamot, mandarin, geranium, rose, ylang ylang, nutmeg, carrot seeds, clove, vetiver, musk, and cedar. So it's not totally out of my comfort zone. I just feel like there's a lot of scents that, first of all, there are a lot of scents, so I can't really envision what this is supposed to smell like. I read a couple reviews, but I didn't want to cloud my judgment too much before I tried it blind. And I feel like there's notes I'm very familiar with and others that I'm a little familiar with and I haven't liked. Like carrot seeds hasn't always been the best for me. But I like vetiver. As a note, I love vetiver, and hopefully this matches. So here's what it looks like. Obviously, it looks like pretty much all the Diptyque bottles. This wasn't a tester bottle, I will say. So it comes in the regular box with a cap and everything if you care about full presentation, but this is Vetyveiro. Okay. What is this reminding me of? And obviously this is the Eau de Toilette and it's the 50 ml. All right, so I definitely get Vetyveiro. It is reminding me of two fragrances in my collection if I were to like layer them together. I think it's reminding me of This Is Us and the Hermes by Zadig and Voltaire, and the Hermes fragrance, the one that has carrot seeds in it. Sur le Nil, maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, it definitely has like an herbaceous citrus vibe. I do like... Oh, it's so hard to place. I think it's a really interesting scent, I will say. It's not like blowing me away of thinking like, oh my God, this is everything, but it's very classy. It's very interesting. Off first impression, I like it better than the Jardin scent from Hermes that has carrot seeds. I find this is more, instantly it's more wearable for me personally, probably because it's also reminding me of This Is Us and some other like unisex scents that have a Vetyveiro base or just that smell kind of woody like this, and I really, really like those. So this is kind of like the middle ground in between those. I would say it's a pretty true unisex scent because it doesn't smell masculine to me, but it also doesn't smell feminine. It just sort of smells very like in tune with nature. It smells very nature-like. It smells woody and herbaceous and citrusy. It smells also very natural smelling. I feel like even like a fragrance novice could smell this and pick out a lot of the notes, maybe not all of them, but pick out a lot of the notes because they smell really true to the notes, and it smells very natural smelling and like essential oils. It's also sitting pretty close to the skin. I don't know if that's just because I sprayed maybe only one spray or two, but it doesn't seem to be projecting that much, which is good because I don't think this is the kind of scent where I'd want everyone in the room to smell me, because it smells, I don't know, it smells sort of soft nature vibes. So yeah, okay, that's Vetyveiro by Diptyque. And the last one, you guys, oh, I'm the most nervous. Okay, so this truly can go one way or another because I have a lot of expectations for this and it's kind of hard to remove them once it's so built up. So before I get into that scent, I will say you can sometimes get other things from Fragrance By. Like I've seen purses on there even before, or like body washes or body oils or a whole lot of things like that. And sometimes you get them as gift, sometimes you can just add them to your cart. So the thing I got as a gift this time is a massage oil, and it's actually in the scent, I think it's called the sexual sugar, but it's by Michel Germain, and I have tried a bunch of his fragrances in the sexual range. I haven't tried sugar, I don't believe. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that you can pick those things up as well if you wanted to just, you know, get other scented products, then sometimes they are available. But without any further ado, let's get into the one I'm most nervous about. So it's a Montale fragrance and it's Mukhallat. It's obviously in the 100 ml, it's the full size. I have seen this come and go and be in stock and out of stock. It's in stock right now. At time of filming this, it's in stock. So do check it out if you are interested. I know it's sold out a lot of the times. And it's a way better deal on Fragrance By than I've seen on other websites. But I've always been curious because this was said to smell like baby doll head. Like the sweet plastic baby doll head, which is a scent I love. I've loved it since I was like a toddler. And I've always loved that scent. But having gone through many a heartbreak with like plasticky scents that just buying them blind, I think is difficult even for an experienced blind buyer, I've always put this off. So this is truly the moment after maybe 2 years of really seeing if I was going to bite the bullet that we're going to see. So this lists strawberry, vanilla, Peru balsam, musk, and almond. So the notes are all 100% things, whoops, that I'm interested in. But again, like you just never ever know, because I was like heartbroken with Gucci Rush and how many people said that was plasticky, and it just was not there for me. So here's what it looks like. The classic Montale bottles, obviously. It has the little stopper there. Let's just see. Let's really, I just don't want to put it off anymore, because we're just going to discover and see what it smells like. Okay, wait. Wow. All right. It definitely has a very sweet, like, vanilla almond. I totally get what people mean when they say it smells like baby doll head, but it doesn't. Okay, let me take a beat here, because I'm wondering if as it rests on your skin and it warms up and it fades out, it will get closer and closer to that scent. But right off the bat in its opening, it's very sweet, a very sweet kind of almost candied vanilla almond with some like strawberry sugar. There is a touch of like the musk, I believe, in this, or I'm just assuming the musk or the Peru balsam or something. The musk is what I think is giving it like a touch of that plasticky vibe, but it's not strong. I wouldn't say it's like baby doll head plastic. I would say it's more like Barbie lip gloss. Like that's sort of what it is. Okay, I can see how this would be a hard one to describe, because yeah, it really needs a second to sit, I think, and I might just actually spray it on my skin and see how it continues to wear on actual skin rather than my sweater. But it is, yeah, it's an interesting one. So I'm gonna take a beat and then we'll put them in order. Okay, so I did take a beat and it was really hard, and honestly putting them in order has been difficult. I'm just gonna say that I'm going to remove Meliora from the order. I think favorite wise it would probably fall somewhere in the middle anyways, but just because it is so truly absolutely a dupe of a fragrance, I would say for me personally it is just not worth it. It smells way too much like amethyst to warrant getting a full bottle, but scent wise I do like it, and it falls somewhere in the middle. Then the order. So I feel like I definitely know my top two. My bottom two are really difficult to place, but I will just say based on like excitement or wanting to try, I did kind of figure out which I would put in last place. So in last place, unfortunately, I would put Vetyveiro. I do still like it, but I kind of know exactly what this smells like now, and even though it was a blind buy, like I got it, like it's a scent that I do like, but it's a scent that I don't love. And so I already know pretty much how it's going to perform on me. I can pretty much guess. And so there's very little excitement there. It's more of like wanting to try it out and see how it performs. It's more so like I like it and I'm happy it's part of my collection. So I would really say if you enjoy scents like This Is Us or a lot of the Jardin series, because you enjoy naturistic smells, you don't want things that are too sweet, and you like unisex scents, or just like very, yeah, like it's just soft but in actually a really beautiful way, then I would totally recommend this. And I would so wear this, especially in fall time. It gives me like fall vibes. I really think it's beautiful. In third place, I'm very torn about the scent. I tried it on my skin, I tried it on clothing, I've been smelling it nonstop. I'm gonna put Mukhallat. It was between this and Vetyveiro, between 3 and 4. There is one note that or just one aspect of it that I can't always get, but like every fourth sniff or third sniff, I can smell it and I hate it. I don't know what it is, but it suddenly smells kind of like bitter. I don't know what it is. I can't smell it right now, so it's hard to describe. Right now it's fine. I will say it does soften up a little bit from the opening. The opening is very sort of like candied and sweet and almond vanilla sugar, like strawberry sugar bomb. It does get a little bit more subdued, but it doesn't soften out completely. I do like it. It doesn't smell like baby doll head. I wouldn't personally describe it as that because that is such a specific scent for me, and I've never found one that's nailed it. And I don't think Mukhallat nails it for me personally for that purpose. But as a scent on its own, I'm really excited to actually keep wearing it and trying it out and seeing kind of fully what it smells like, because it's a bit of a shapeshifter personally. Then in second place, I would put R.E.M by Ariana Grande. I already want to smell this, like spray this all over me, honestly. I like it. I'm so surprised by how I like it even more than I thought I would, because this one obviously wasn't a blind buy, but I feel like there's a creaminess to it that I really wasn't smelling in store. And I think it adds to the whole Sprite fig. It does smell like how if you know how Coca-Cola will have like Coca-Cola vanilla or like Pepsi cherry. This smells like a fig Sprite. So if Sprite ever comes out with like a fig scent, or a fig flavor, I should say, this is what it would smell like in my opinion. And in first place, you guys probably guessed it, but Moschino's Toy 2 Bubblegum, like I just can't get enough. This is one that I can so see myself getting sick of because I wear for like 10 days in a row and then I need a break. It is very sweet. Cannot stress that enough. If this is like the antithesis of sweet, this is like the epitome of sweet. So definitely keep an eye out for that if you're interested in this fragrance, but I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm so happy to have it as part of my collection, and it's hands down my number one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Boxing Day haul as always, and as I mentioned, the details of the sale will be in the description box below. Thank you so much to Fragrance Buy. I love them. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried any of these fragrances or you'd like to try any of the ones that I've shown you. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.